Hi, my name is Jamie, and today I am doing a book review on Spanish Step by Step by Charles Berlitz. I think maybe his last name could be pronounced. I was about to say I really enjoyed this book, and I did. I did enjoy it, but it was a different kind of enjoyment. It wasn't like, oh, this is fun. It was more like, wow, I'm learning a lot, because it was difficult. I am a little bit past the beginner phase or stage of Spanish. So the first part of this book was relatively easy because it was like words and phrases I already know. But the further you get in the book, obviously, it gets harder. But I like how he sets it up. Let me just show you. So what he does is he introduces... Let's just start with the first step. They're all steps. There's like 26 steps. Step 1, names of places and things. So a lot of nouns. So what he does is he gives you a sentence in Spanish and has it directly translated underneath. So there's the sentence in Spanish, and directly under the sentence is how you pronounce the words. And then under that is the English, what it means. So this is English to Spanish. If your primary language is English and you're learning Spanish, then this would be the book for you. So it was very easy to understand in that regard. You could practice speaking and pronouncing the words correctly. It even has like the part of the word where the emphasis is, he would have it in bold. I don't know if you can see that. So you knew while you were speaking how to say it, because a word sounds differently if you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong part of the word, or if you put the emphasis on the wrong part of the word. So I liked that he took time to make sure that you were pronouncing the word correctly. And it was easy to follow. It was easy to see where that emphasis was supposed to be. And he'll have these little notes off to the side. The notes off to the side are often in English. It's just when he's explaining something that takes longer to explain than if you just said it in Spanish. But most of the explanation is actually like this. It'll be in Spanish with the English translation underneath. So he's like speaking Spanish to teach you Spanish. But it's not difficult because if you don't know the Spanish word, you can see it underneath. But like I said, if you have like a preliminary understanding of Spanish, like if you've kind of been studying it a little bit, then the first part of this book will be very easy. For me, it got difficult even past halfway through. What step was it? I remember because I was like, it's when you would like read a chapter and kind of like have to take a break because your brain was, it's when it got to the conjugation of the verbs. I learned how to conjugate present tense Spanish verbs in high school. We were required to take so many years of high school. So a lot of what I knew of Spanish actually came from what I learned in high school, which I'm grateful for. And I learned in high school how to conjugate present tense verbs. So that's always been easy for me because I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. But when it comes to past tense, it's difficult for me. I still don't understand it. I'm going to have to study this a lot further. When he explained how to conjugate future tense verbs, I was like surprised at how easy it was. And that was pretty cool to find out that future tense is actually not that difficult. But past tense, I need to study more and practice more. And then there's like these weird... they're probably not weird. English probably has it, but since English is my first language, I don't recognize it. I don't recognize that we change the way we speak depending on the conditional tense and all these different... I am not good at grammar. I really struggled with grammar in college, and talking about all the different past participles, and there's other, I don't even know all the words. I just get so confused. So that's where I got confused in this book, because I'm already not good at grammar. Because I'm already not good at grammar in English. So when he's like explaining grammar in Spanish, I'm like, hold on a minute, sir. I don't even know this in my own language. So it would be easier if I actually knew grammar. I know the easy basic stuff, like noun, verb, adjective. And I'm learning a little more because my kids are going through grammar, but not enough to when he was in detail talking about Spanish grammar. I'm like, love that for you. But I will definitely be keeping this book. It was so helpful, and I understand how to conjugate past and future better now that I've read this. And just knowing that there's even more ways to change the verb that I didn't even know. I thought there was like present, past, and future. But there's even more than that. And I will definitely be looking into that further and practicing it more and going over the chapters that deal with that in this book in the future. Right now, I just did a first read-through. I just read through it. I didn't stop to like study the chapters in depth. I just wanted to get an overview of the book so that I knew what was in here and so that I could tell you what was in this book. So really helpful. I actually highly recommend this book. I learned a lot from it, and it was not hard to get through. Hard just because it's a lot of information and it's very left-brained, but easy because it's presented in such a way that I understood it. I understood what he was saying, even though it was hard to understand Spanish itself. Back in the back of the book, there is a concise little dictionary. English to Spanish dictionary. It's not very big. It's just a few pages. Like, I don't know. Let me look real quick for you. $32-ish. It's like 32 pages long of words that you're probably going to use the most in Spanish. Which 32 pages of words probably isn't very many words in the grand scope of the Spanish language. But it's back there as a ready reference if you want to use it. At the end of each chapter, there is a little conversation. So you learn the concept, and then he puts it into a conversation, and you read the conversation back and forth, again, with the Spanish and English, so you can understand what's being said. And then after the conversation, there is a test. So you can test yourself. So at the end of each chapter, there is a little Spanish test, and you can see if you learned anything in that chapter. I'll admit, the first half of the book, I did pretty well on those tests. The second half of the book, not so much. Not so much. But I do enjoy learning Spanish. It is a beautiful language, and it is so fun to speak with all the R flips and how the vowels sound different and more, I don't know, they're more pretty. They're more beautiful. This book was written in 1979, so it's been a bit. The book itself, I'm trying to get the page numbers here for you. The content part of the book is 302 pages, and then, like I already told you, the dictionary in the back is like 30-something. So altogether, it's 336 pages long. And I already showed you some of the pages. Let me see if I can get here. There's a full page look for you. There's not a ton of words on each page, but it does take a bit to get through because you're really thinking about it. So it's just a different type of textbook. It's not one that, well, I read straight through it, but it's not one that you really are just like reading, but you're thinking through sentence structure and you're figuring out the words themselves and what they mean in Spanish. So, really enjoyed this. Caveat, if you watched the beginning of this video, it was good. It was really good. I highly recommend it. It'll definitely give you a better understanding of Spanish and how it looks within a conversation setting, as well as the grammar. Like if you want to dig into the grammar of Spanish, not like super deep, but get a better understanding. This gave me more of an understanding of Spanish grammar than anything that I have seen so far. And I've been watching YouTube videos. I follow Spanish Pod 101. I watch their YouTube videos, and I also practice on Duolingo. And while both of those talk about grammar here and there, this was all like in one place. It's in one book, and it just did a good job. I recommend it to you. So that is all I have for this book. That is all I have for this book on learning to speak Spanish. If you have any question that I didn't answer about this book, please leave it in the comment section and I will try my best to do so. I hope you're doing well, and if you want more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in our next video. Goodbye.